As always, we are back with the League of the Genuine Conversations with me, your host, Fred Muwema. We are continuing our discussions on technology and counterfeits. Is technology promoting our welfare, our well-being? Is it giving us good products for use in our homes, for use in our offices, for use in industry? Or is technology being used to promote counterfeiting? We continue this discussion with a special guest who is not the usual suspects of an engineer or technician,
Yes.
but from my discussion with him, he's quite knowledgeable and experienced about what technology can do or not do with regard to counterfeiting. And he happens to be quite knowledgeable in the area of water and beverages, which again has become commonplace. Everybody is holding a bottle of juice, a bottle of water, which is a far cry from what we had before the 1990s. But again, we have counterfeits in this area. Join me to welcome our guest for the evening, Richard Kansiime
Kanyomozi.
Kansiime Kanyomozi.
Yes.
There is a famous Kansiime who looks a bit like you, a comedian. Are you
Yes.
the uncle, the brother, the village mate? Is Ann Kansiime your friend?
Actually, normally when I introduce myself, wherever I go, and I say my name is Richard Kansiime Kanyomozi, some people think probably I'm a musician like Juliana, others think I'm a comedian like Kansiime, and others think I'm a politician like the famous Yona Kanyomozi.
But you, what do you think about yourself?
I am an educationist, at the same time a marketer by profession.
A marketer.
Yes.
So no connection. You don't have any rivalry over those names.
No, I don't have.
You're not
any.
fighting for those.
No,
for the Kansiime name or Kanyomozi.
No. I don't
Okay.
have. Yes.
You say, not you say, you are
Yes, I am.
a chartered marketer.
Yes.
You have worked in the water, the beverage industry for more than 17 years now.
For the last 17 years, yes.
17 years.
Yes.
You've worked with big brands.
Yes.
Like Highland Water, like Reham. You've worked for Pepsi, Nirvana. You have worked for Vero.
Vero
Right
Mineral
now
Water,
you're
yes.
working for
Uzima as a consultant, a marketing
Uzima.
consultant.
Uzima is
Uzima
water
is
for the UPDF.
a subsidiary company of NEC, which is National Enterprise Corporation, and the water is bottled in Kachiri in the barracks, and it is very safe and good water because there is no contamination. It is far away from town where it is bottled, and it is good water that I would recommend for every Ugandan to enjoy.
You are trying to use this platform to
Yes.
market, provided it's a genuine product. We wouldn't have
You know
any
UPDF
issue.
as a brand, you know, they've been, I mean, saving lives of Ugandans, so really they wouldn't make something that is not good for Ugandans.
We shouldn't go so much
Deep into
that
that.
discussion.
Yes.
Because we are here to discuss about goods and
Yes.
services.
Yes.
And this program, like I told you, is
Yes.
intended to create awareness about
Definitely.
the apparent, I don't know why the UPDF did not stop these counterfeits. Where were you when the security of this country was compromised and fakes were coming into the market? What happened?
Yeah, as you know, UPDF cannot be everywhere. But it is we Ugandans to wake up and see that counterfeits are really stopped in this country. It is very, very, very much touching everyone, you know. Juices, let it come to every soft drink, you'll find counterfeits everywhere. Like one time when I was still working with Harris International, which is Reham, I was sent by my boss to go to a place in Hoima. It's called Chitoba. Chitoba is, as you are going to Kaiso, you branch off deep down. And we found someone collecting Reham bottles, putting in soda. I took him to prison, to the police. But
You took him to the barracks. By
Yes.
then you are not working in UPDF.
Yes. By the time I reached Kampala, I think he was already out on police bond. So counterfeits keep on coming, and we seem to keep a deaf ear. No one wants to come out, and we really fight this. Ugandans are consuming
That's why
products.
we are always excited when we have somebody to come to this show.
Yes.
Because this is not your ordinary show. People are
Yes.
used to political talk shows. Politics is important, no problem. People are used to comedy. People are used to other lifestyle things. But very few people pay attention
Yes.
to this issue of counterfeits, because
Yes.
they probably think it's somebody else's problem. It's the government's duty. For me, I'm safe. I buy my stuff from somewhere else. It is a hard, sell usually.
Yes.
But fortunately, everybody is increasingly realizing there's a problem, and they are paying attention.
Yes.
So now we are discussing technology and counterfeits. You know very well from a background point of view that before 1990 or 89, we didn't have bottled water. Let's start from there. We used to have our water in the pots. You know, that nice smell of clay. The aroma of that water was good. Why did you guys take away our natural water we used to take from the pots?
As I earlier said, you know, everyone says water is life. And you know, almost 90% of our human bodies is water. Now, in the past, technology was not there, but the water was not as contaminated as it is today. Today we have vehicles, we have pollution, we have, you know, so animals will
We have
tamper.
pesticides being used in the gardens, and then when it rains, the
Exactly.
chemicals go into the water
And
sources.
natural mineral water is really safe water for us to consume, because you extract it just in the aquifers down in the well, and then you produce it. You don't do, you process it, you don't put in anything. You don't have to
Mineral
distill
water
it. Yes.
is not supposed to have a preservative or coloring or flavor.
No. It should be minerals, magnesium, potassium, and the rest. And that is all. You extract it from the mine, the aquifers down. You mine. After mining it, you filter, like maybe 2 or 3 times. Recommended is between 3 and 5 times to filter it so that it is real clean. And then you bottle it. You don't have to distill it. You don't have to boil it really. You also do not have to put in chlorine. But what we think now that this is mineral water, it is not. Because people just get water and put in chlorine. In the process of killing the germs, they are also killing the minerals.
Before we go to the contents
Yes.
of the water, let's deal with this bottle first and foremost. This is a product of technology.
Yes.
So technology brought for us a bottle to have water,
Yes.
hopefully safe water for us to drink.
Yes. Yes.
The challenge is that some people believe that this technology produced a bottle which is trapping us now with fake water inside.
Yes. Yes. And
On the one side, you produce a bottle, nice, good access to safe water, but it's also a trap for us if the contents are not safe. What do you say to that?
Exactly, because like Rwenzori water, you know, a bottle is 1,000 shillings, and that is a very good price. So if someone in his compound, he can be able to access a bottle, he will make the water, and for you, you'll think it is real Rwenzori when you're actually taking fake water. That's where we have to come up and really, as Ugandans, fight counterfeits, because they are everywhere. People will just know you have already made the market, and they will fake your product and sell it on the market. By the time you reach there to supply, you'll find someone has supplied, and you don't know who. And this is really a very dangerous thing.
Because it's a big problem. What is the difference between mineral water, distilled water, drinking water? Are those differences there?
Totally.
What is mineral water?
Mineral water, as I said, it is not supposed to have any chemical process. Natural mineral water.
No chemical process.
No
so,
chemical
for
process.
example, this is Rwenzori.
Yes.
Just help us. This is what?
It is written on pure natural mineral water. But when you look at Yaket, for example, it is written packaged drinking water. And they
Can the
notice,
camera see this? So you're saying there's a difference between these two bottles.
because this
But
is
for a consumer looking at these two bottles,
Yes.
will see the two as mineral water.
all is for them.
Because
they
we
think,
say, go and
yes.
bring mineral water.
Hey, and then this is 500, this is 1,000. So someone will run for something that is cheap.
So you're saying this is mineral water?
Yes.
And this is, I can
Packaged
see,
drinking water.
they are saying multi-layer filtered and ozonated underground water. This one.
Yes.
This is called Yaket.
Yaket,
This
yes.
is Rwenzori.
Rwenzori,
okay,
yes.
let's look at the minerals, the mineral content. Rwenzori has sodium.
Yes.
Also,
And what
Yaket
is the
has
content?
sodium.
But what is the content?
The content of sodium for Rwenzori is 11.1. The content of sodium for Yaket is 6.0.
You are seeing the difference? Yes, yes, yes.
Is that important?
Very, very important, because that's why when I was, you remember, I told you I worked for Highland Mineral Water. It has actually, unfortunately, closed because
We shall be talking about the
they
closed
could
companies.
not.
Let's finish this sodium here.
Yeah.
We want the consumer to
Highland
know.
people would taste it and say it is salty. So people would say, no, we are not going to drink salty water. But in actual sense, when you are buying a mineral water, you are buying minerals. Why would you not boil your water at home and drink it for free?
So
the
what is the
jerrycan is 500.
recommended, do you know the recommended amount of sodium in a mineral water bottle?
Yeah, it should.
I can see this is 11, this is
should
6.
be ranging between 8 and 11 sodium, for
Let's
example.
look at Crystal. Crystal has sodium as well. I can't read, it's too small.
It is too small, eh?
Crystal also has sodium. Nirvana, this is a Pepsi product.
Sodium
Nirvana.
here is 8.
8. Nirvana has 12 sodium.
Yes, yes.
So
That is for Pepsi, you know.
That is for Pepsi. So you're saying the higher the sodium, the better?
Yes, because you need the mineral. When you are buying, what is the value of buying mineral water when there are no minerals?
Is sodium the same as salt?
It is salt, basically. It's salt, yes.
So, but really, you
That
eat
is
salt.
not too much salt.
So, can I take water with 50% sodium? It's
No,
okay?
you can hardly find it also. Because this water comes from down. The only difference is the where you mine it. Some water is mined in the swamp. Like, for example, Rwenzori is somewhere, a little bit on a lowland area. Reham, it is in Kawempage, it is on a highland area. So there might be differences because
in the mineral
of the source.
concentration.
Yes.
So basically what you're saying is that for a mineral water, like Rwenzori, a good mineral water,
Yes.
you need to have sodium around 11%.
Between 8 and 10. It's supposed to be
This
between
is from
8
your
and
experience
yes,
in the
yes,
industry.
8 and 10, yes.
And potassium here, I see 4%. Let us see what Yaket has. Yaket has, it has no potassium. Oh, it has. Is this pH? What
Yeah,
is
it
this?
is supposed to be, yes, that pH. What is
Potassium. It has 6.5 to 8.5. Is it possible to have in one bottle
No.
a range? Why don't you say 6 or 8%? Is it possible to say I have a range?
It is supposed to be balanced, but what we are not sure also is whether what is inside that bottle is actually what is written on the bottle itself. Because when you go to government laboratories, you might find, and test, you might find it is not. But who bothers? People just open and drink water.
So you are telling the viewers that when you are buying, there is mineral water.
Yes.
And there is distilled water.
Safe drinking water.
And safe drinking water.
Yes. Safe drinking water, you can also have it at home.
You don't need
boil
to buy
water, you don't need to buy it. Why would you pay 500 when there is no minerals in the water? Go home, buy a jerrycan at 200 and boil the water and drink it.
It will be the same as Yaket.
Same. Yes, same.
So if we are buying bottled water, it should be mineral.
Minerals, yes.
So
that's why we are paying
are
that value.
I know you are working for a mineral water company, but you can tell the viewers what do you think are the good mineral water companies producing water?
Oh,
the ones you know.
At the moment, I might not be biased because most of these companies, as you are seeing, they have not lived for maybe 3-4 years. Good water is, I would say, Rwenzori, because it has lived for almost 10 to 15 years in operation. So they keep on improving on what they produce.
And they have a big facility.
Yes. If a place like Reham, you will not find anything fake, you know. They are very strict when it comes to standards. That one I would surely trust it. But these other ones that drop in today, tomorrow they close, drop in today, you know, we had Azul, if you have heard of it, you know, so many companies, they pop in, they leave. So you
why are the water companies, why are they closing?
Price.
Is there anything, a counterfeits to blame? Is the fake?
Yes, yes.
How? Can you explain?
As I said, once the market has been tapped and people know that now this one is a selling product, people will go in their houses. And there was, during the time, there is a time when people used to look at Rwenzori down here to see whether it is fake, if you can recall.
Yeah.
At one time, a truck was intercepted at Rwanda border before it entered, and it was brought back. Because people go in their houses. I had somewhere in Machi, India, someone had a home and he was making water because he knows he will get money out of it. So they will even collect bottles.
So competition,
yes,
from the producers of fake,
yes,
mineral water,
it is affecting, yes, it is affecting reputable companies. Because by the time Rwenzori is arriving to sell, they will find when the place is already flooded with yaket, for example, with ice, like in Ugandan market now, in Kampala, everywhere.
But from what you're saying,
yes,
yaket is okay, because for it, it's not saying it's mineral water.
Yes, yes.
It is saying here is drinking water, don't boil water at your home, come and we give you ours. But the only problem is that people think it's mineral water.
Yeah, people think it is mineral water when they are taking it. That is the challenge. So it is basically
so yaket should come out and say we don't sell mineral water.
Yes, so that they are not competing with Rwenzori. But you get, and that's why the companies are closing, because this water is selling 500 shillings. This
no, that's 1,000. The small
yes,
one.
Rwenzori is at 1,000. They are still enjoying because it is the first company. But yaket is 500 shillings. And when Riham tried, this water and this water are the same. Because they come from the same site, they have the same aquifers. But because they have invested heavily in this...
Aquifers are the underground water
sources, yes. But because they've invested in marketing and they've branded everywhere, people are buying this now at 1,000, but they are buying this at 500. And yet it is the same. Same content, same everything. So really you can see how the business...
But can you tell me something? I saw in some reports,
yes,
the idea behind bottled water was for it to cost $50.
Yes, at least it would be like 1,500.
Yes. How come water has remained static at 500, at most 1,000? Which is less? Maybe it's a third of $1.
At one point in time...
Is it because the water companies are in love with the consumers so much?
At one point in time, we made the research and we found that we had 97 companies all bottling mineral water. So in such a competition where others are evading taxes, they are not paying taxes, others are bottling water that is substandard, and you find out yourselves competing for the same market. What do you think? Tomorrow, if you are following the norms, you'll end up closing. That's why reputable companies, I really pity them. A company like Highland Mineral Water, really, it would not have closed if there was fair competition. So that
Highland Mineral Water closed when?
No, I think last year, and it was insolvent. Because when they introduced...
It was a big company.
They introduced what we call digital stamping in all these products. Probably somehow, somewhere, they were back, you know, and they could not afford to pay the costs. When you look at the cost card and what they are selling, they had to go out of business. And people think it is easy. Now, yaket is dominating. Within a month, you'll hear another one dominating, and these ones will close, the other ones will start.
There was a Chinese water company called Blue Wave.
Blue Wave, yes.
You there also?
Yeah, at one point it was closed for like 6 months because it is near the Bugorobi sewage, national sewage. So it was believed that that water is contaminated. I remember Amelia Chamba, they're going there to close that, and I no longer see it on the market. There was Azul, also closed. Quite so many. Ripples closed. You hardly see Wava water. You might find it somewhere in the outskirts, but you cannot see it. Vero mineral water, where this gentleman is called Emmanuel Katongole, he used to be a CEO of Quality Chemicals. He follows every and each procedure to have his water very good, but you can only find it in Sheraton or Hotel African, and that is all. Because he cannot afford to sell water at 500 shillings when he goes through the whole process of bottling good water, good safe water. Those who are selling it at 500,
so Richard, to what extent is technology serving us with good water and bad water on the market?
Technology really would have been good because, as I said, a mineral water is supposed to be a mineral water. And really, when mineral water came in, the government sensitized Ugandans to start enjoying mineral water because they considered it safe. But at the same time, it is encouraging counterfeits everywhere in the market. So that is basically.
So technology. Are you blaming technology for the counterfeiting in water, or are you applauding technology for the nice water we have on the market?
Both.
Or you're doing both?
Both. Because I'm happy that we have mineral water. We only have to come up and have regulations. We do some research. We have an independent body like this SEN. I'm very happy that SEN has come up to help Ugandans not to take fake products. If you come up with vegan, you know how to counteract the counterfeits, then we shall be able to have good water and really enjoy our country.
Before we take a break, I would like to understand this. From your explanation,
yes,
you have said that water is just obtained from the wells down, and
yes.
So it's not very complicated to make water. So do you really need technology, serious technology to get that water out?
You see, that's why there is a challenge, because people think water is coming. You just go to DWD, which is in
Directorate of Water
Development. You go to Entebbe, you apply, you pay, I think, 200,000 Uganda shillings, and they accept you, extract the water. But people think it is only the water. But there is PET, for example, petrozine, that makes these bottles. There is the label itself. There is a seal. You have to pay URA. You have to go to UNBS. That is the whole process. But some people, they don't go through all those processes. They just extract the water, collect the Rwenzori bottles, which are thrown everywhere, because everyone throws a bottle. When you drink, you just throw anywhere. Someone collects them, cleans them, and repacks. And it becomes really very dangerous to this nation.
When we return, Richard is calling this PET.
Yes.
This I call
petrozine,
it a plastic.
Yes.
Petrozine.
Yes.
When we return, Richard will be telling us more about the disposal and handling of these bottles.
Yes.
After we have finished drinking the water. Let's have a short break. This is the second and last segment of our discussion with Mr. Richard Kansiime Kanyomozi.
Yes, I have
so
three names.
Called RKK.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. RKK.
Yes.
Before we went off
yes.
To the break, we had finished talking about the mineral water, the distilled water, the drinking water, all bottled.
Yes.
Before we leave that part,
yes,
to go to the dispose of the bottles, can you give some guidance, some word of caution to consumers out there? What should they be looking out for when they go to the market to buy water in a bottle?
I would wish to emphasize this and be very, very serious on it. If you go to a shop and you are going to buy mineral water and you know you need to buy mineral water, first check on the bottle and see what is written there. You check what is written on the bottle. If it is safe drinking water, just go home, buy a jerrycan of 200 shillings and boil water and drink it. The whole family will drink it because it will be safe drinking water.
This is an example of drinking water.
Yes.
Vio is drinking water.
Exactly.
Vio is not mineral water.
It is not. And they are clear. These companies
because
are very clear.
Because it's written here. Packaged drinking water.
Yes.
RO filtered.
Yes.
UV treated.
Yes.
Micro filtered.
Yes.
Ozonated.
Yes.
Maybe just explain. You are telling them to go, but they need to understand what does RO filtered mean.
Yes, they are saying
filtering is okay.
They filtered, which is okay.
Which does what? It kills.
But it kills both what they are doing. They are killing both the germs at the same time the minerals.
They are removing minerals.
And I'm sure they put in chlorine to kill the germs. And once they do that, then minerals are not there.
So you're saying this drinking water has no minerals?
No. So
what has minerals is this water of mine here.
Yes.
This is Rwenzori.
And
this
because
has minerals.
They have survived for quite a long time, and they've kept on improving on their technology. These are people who can produce 30,000 cartons in a day. These ones will produce only 1,000 cartons in a day. You can see the difference. They will keep on improving if they survive for enough.
So you are a person who believes in a big. What's wrong with being small?
Yeah, you start
small. Is that
small.
A criteria
you start small, but with mineral water companies, as I told you, very few have lived to survive for 2-3 years. There was water called Duke. It was in Mukono. It survived for a month or 2 or 3, and it also was kicked off the market
because of the fake.
Yes.
So let's go back. Those who are listening, mineral water is mineral water.
Mineral water is
and mineral water like Rwenzori,
yes,
like Crystal is 1,000.
Yes.
Should the price be the same for drinking water, this ordinary drinking water? And
I don't see the reason why you should buy safe drinking water, because you can boil water at home and drink it. So why would you get your 500 to buy a bottle of safe drinking water? Go for mineral water if you want mineral water. That's basically what I am saying.
But there is an argument, Richard.
Yes, which argument?
Consumers have a choice.
Yes.
If a consumer wants to spend 500 on half a liter of drinking water, and yet a jerrycan on the local pump there, a jerrycan of 20 liters is maybe 100 shillings. Why are you envious of consumers who have their money?
Yeah, just...
where is the problem? Is it because consumers know or they don't know?
It is because they don't know. They are just buying, thinking they are drinking mineral water. That's what I'm saying. That consumer ignorance should go off, and they know that they are buying safe drinking water. And probably companies should come up, should have a policy. They should sit together. Like, for example, you see these oligopoly companies like petrol stations. Even if there is a difference in price, it is very slight, because they are selling the same product. When you look at Pepsi-Cola, you look at Coca-Cola, you look at Riham, they are the 3 big companies that are producing soft drinks now in Uganda. When you go to buy soda, you buy it at 1,000. They have the same price. Competition is how you convince people to take. But if you find water, one bottle, same size, same, one is 1,000 and the other one is half, you should know there is something wrong that you have to really look at and find out.
So don't you think we need to take some affirmative action, if that word exists?
Yes.
To help the consumer, because the consumer here is getting a raw deal. Can you help us to generate a list of companies producing mineral water?
Yes.
And companies producing drinking water, UV treated water and so on, so that we publish this information and the consumer gets to know that if I want mineral water, which has magnesium, which has potassium, which has all these minerals good for my health,
yes,
this is the product. Because the companies are quiet about it.
Yeah.
Though they are putting
You have had people saying one should leave a legacy. Why should I work for mineral water companies, soft drink companies, for 20 years of my life? I'm now 46, meaning half of my life I've been selling water. And tomorrow, you don't know how it hurts for me to hear Highland that you used to work for has closed. Reham has closed. Why would really, that's why I'm coming up. And I'm saying enough is enough. We must protect the life of water business in
So
Uganda.
we should promote companies
Yes.
that are selling
Yes.
mineral water.
Yes.
And have good practices and standards so that we have access to a safe
I'm
product.
saying it is high time we engage the government parastatals. For example, UNBS, we engage URA so that people don't evade taxes. We engage NEMA. We sit on a round table with the reputable companies and have resolutions and sort this problem once and for all. Because if you are selling water to 500 shillings, you will definitely close within a year or two. So I feel we have to have that affirmative action.
Should the price be the same for mineral water
because they are
and drinking water? This is ordinary.
that's where we shall have to agree. And if we say, okay, anything that is in PET, in mineral water, should at least be ranging from 800 to 1,000, but not 1,000 to 500. You see, that's where the problem is. So at least a carton of water of 24 bottles should sell at least 15,000 Uganda shillings.
But consumers are going to hate you. They like, here we are price sensitive. We like cheap things. Now you have come to advocate for high prices.
I know I'm not advocating for high prices, but I'm advocating for high quality. You know, there is a difference between price and quality. You don't just keep on taking water because you have to take it, and when you fall sick, you go to Mulago, you pay more. I'm saying the price may be a little bit higher, but so that people can get something that is good for them. And probably our Lord, you, SEN and the rest, and UNBS and the rest, is for us to do market research, continue to protect Ugandans from taking fake products.
Can we have, if somebody is buying a product, it claims to be a mineral water or claims to have sodium 10% or whatever, is there a way of testing, like a way of checking that this sodium they are talking of 8% is actually there?
Yes.
How? Is there technology for that?
We have a government laboratory which is here in Wandegea.
If somebody is buying in a supermarket in Waise,
yes,
so they will wait the till to close until it goes to the government lab to test?
No, that's what I'm
saying instantly. Have you seen a technology when you're buying the water,
yes,
that is able to say this is sodium 11%? How do I verify? Has that technology come?
No, it has not come yet. It has not come yet, and it is a challenge. But still, people like well-wishers like us, we should be able to go to the government lab. Even private companies like Chemify, who's on Gaba Road, you can go there
and check.
And check, and then come out and sensitize Ugandans and say what you are taking is right or not right, because this is our country. We don't have to
we don't
keep
have
quiet.
Another country. Yes. And this is not just a Ugandan problem.
Yes.
This is an Africa-wide
yes.
problem. And because a lot of the killer diseases, for example, among children,
yes,
are waterborne.
Exactly.
Dysentery, cholera, all those things, waterborne.
Yes.
So what you are advocating for is our public health. To secure our public health,
yes.
Because technology made this bottle, and some people want to use it as a trap to kill, to poison, to injure.
Exactly.
So you are saying, can we pay attention, since water is life, we pay attention to care about the safety of this water.
And we are talking about this because we are talking about mineral water, because I know it very well. But there are very many products you hear when they say Manyiga Saja, you hear everyone taking. And this is poison. Really,
works. You've seen the advert.
I don't know. I've not taken it.
No, but you saw the advert, and it's approved by UCC, Uganda Police. I think even anti-terrorism checked it. It is working.
I don't need.
Why would that advert play?
I don't need Mukama Nayamba. I'm serious. Naturally viabilized.
Yes, but are you saying there are issues around?
Yes, those products that come in, people take things that they don't know. A lot of it.
But they have been tested in the labs. I think they are okay. I've not had the consumers demonstrating.
That's what we think. That's what we think. But really, we have a very big issue. Let's start with the water. I'm happy with SEN, really, that there is something that is going on to sensitize Ugandans. And if we remain like this, we might have started it today, but maybe in 10 years or 20
Something.
years, it will help.
Our idea is
Yes.
start small.
Yes, yes,
Even if you save a life,
yes.
the next day you save another. If you create awareness and deny a counterfeit business.
Yes.
This is our aim. We know that it's not an event.
Yes.
We know that it's a
It
process.
is a process. It
it's
is a
a
process.
long process.
Yes.
But we have to start the
We
journey.
have to begin the meaningful
Rome was not
conversations
built in
with
one
everyone.
day.
Yes, yes.
But now, Richard, I want to put some blame on you. For 20 years,
Yes.
you've been working with these water companies, the big ones. You like only the big ones. Because you don't work for any of these that have been making drinking water. Okay?
No, I
But,
do.
but I want to know
That's
one
why
thing.
I got an opportunity, yes.
Yes, I want to know one thing. Why did you fail for 20 years to stop these kasasiro, these garbage companies? I see garbage going or in town, and on the truck, there are young men there sorting out bottles of water. Why is it that the water companies, even the big ones, have not taken responsibility on the disposal of their empties to ensure that they don't end up in Kitezi on the rubbish heap, and then they are used again by fakers to put content there. The same bottles are used to sell juice, to sell I don't know what. Isn't there a responsibility on the part of the water companies to crush at least and destroy the empties,
It's really,
or recycle them?
It's really very, very.
Can you take some blame
unfortunate.
for that?
I surely take 100% blame, because much as I was not a policy maker, but probably I would have tried my best. When you go to Chitezi dumping site today, you'll find people collecting these bottles. And these are bottles that are selling bushera, they are selling juice, and they are mixed up with all, contaminated whatever. It's very, very unfortunate. Coca-Cola had come up with some policy of picking the bottles and recycle, but I don't know why. At the end of it all, it just died. But I feel,
But
as
don't
Ugandans,
you think, Richard?
even our people, we Ugandans, really, when you take a bottle of water, why should you throw it anywhere you see?
But where do you want to? We don't have stores. We don't have warehouses to keep. There are families which take only mineral water.
Yes.
In a month, they take maybe, you call it a carton?
Yes.
That
yes,
box.
Yes.
So you want them to keep it where?
That's why I'm saying, like, there should be a policy, at least of having containers everywhere, where people can, I've not been in those big countries, but I know that you cannot just litter. You cannot just litter. Kampala is a little bit becoming somehow, it used to be really bad, but somehow it is changing. But you go to Bwaise, down there, you'll find the whole stream is bottles floating.
Natural channel.
Yes, really it is very, very terrible. And I think as Ugandans, we have to wake up. And these people who are making money out of us, instead of saying, you are selling us a bottle which I would buy 100 shillings, you are selling it to me 500. Why would you really not put these things in place?
These bottles, these plastics, and they're dangerous to the environment.
And you know the good thing with them, they can be recycled, and they make other bottles out of it. But you wonder really why we have to really.
And these bottles, when they are thrown in the environment, in the water sources, in the soil for agriculture, don't they affect the environment?
Everyone knows that. Everyone knows, even those who are throwing, even someone that has not gone to school, they know that plastic is bad. The Kavera policy, you know how it came. It became like the Nguli Act, if you have ever heard of it.
Yeah, Nguli Act, they just step on it and
the law offenders were the law enforcers. So it died naturally. Because really Kavera, it's a matter of stopping production.
So this plastic has become a Nguli Act Part 2.
Yes, because something should be done. Our leaders should come up and say this is a policy on plastic.
No, but because you are corporate, you come from the corporate world. There is
Yes.
what they call sustainable business model to promote the environment and sustainable. And I think that must speak to even the disposal of this plastic.
Yes.
Because if you are producing a product and you release into the environment
Yes.
a plastic, and you don't care where it ends.
Yes.
I think there should be an action plan.
It should
involving both the manufacturers of
yes.
the water, but also the consumer.
Unfortunately, in Uganda, we have not reached the standards of affording tin. Like
water in a tin.
Like you have seen Red Bull. So when you make it, you put it in a tin, it will be expensive. Anything like soft drink or any beverage should come in a tin, like you have seen Bushera Besa, eh? But it becomes 4,000 instead of buying it at 1,000. So that's why we are still on this plastic, but it's very dangerous to our environment.
So,
something should be done.
Have you ever heard of NEMA, National Environmental Management Authority?
I have heard, and
you think it is, what is it doing about
you
this?
and me? I think that's our role now, to go and approach these government organs to see that something is done, because they are there. The regulatory bodies are there. NEMA is there. UNBS is there. URA itself is there. So really,
but you in the water manufacturing, have you ever sent a petition to NEMA to tell them to do something?
Because I was not on that managerial. Yes, I was a manager, but you know, you have your line of action. So I was in my line of action to make sure that a product is sold. So I would not really bother myself on how the bottle is collected, but I would look for someone to buy the product, basically. But now that I'm a little bit like retiring.
Because you're a consultant.
Yes.
You are a consultant in throwing water bottles in our environment, a consultant in selling drinking water. Okay, you sell mineral water.
Yes.
What else do you consult on? Because I'm looking at your job reference.
It is basically all the beverages.
Throwing in the natural channel.
Soda, energy drinks, I've sold Rock Boom, I've sold all those. Anything that is in beverages, at least I have some knowledge on it. And that's why I'm coming up with some concept proposal, which I'm putting out. And
but talk about, by the way, to divert a bit from water.
Yes.
A lot of energy drinks.
Yes.
Strike, Boom, Bang, whatever names are there. Where are these things coming from? Superpower. They are another version of Mukama Nayamba,
yes,
but in English.
Yes.
These things, are they, what is wrong? What is happening?
Because you guys,
where are they coming from?
Someone goes to his bed, he wants money, so he thinks of what he can do. They just
Bullet, there's something I saw, Bullet.
Bullet is
that should be for UPDF. You're the one making that energy drink?
No.
You have a manufacturing
No. NEC has only 6 subsidiaries.
Yeah,
so
but these energy
what
drinks.
What they make is only water. And
these energy drinks, most of them are not in plastic,
yeah,
they're in metal. What is your comment about them? You know something about them?
An energy drink is an energy drink. You need it when you need energy. Like, for example, you take Rock Boom, you don't sleep. You are a driver,
like
truck
alcohol.
driver. Yes, you are a no alcohol. It goes off. You are a truck driver, or you are doing too much work, hard labor. You need it. But if you are at home, you are a school-going child. Why would you really take an energy drink?
But
Ugandans just take. You know, he gets Rock Boom, he mixes in waraji, and you know, like as if he wants to kill someone. You know, and to us in the situation, they will say, this one. When you have it, your home will be okay. Your wife will not suffer. And people
are
just
taking Rock Boom.
Yes, they do. You know, actually, for Harris International to survive, they must be making more money on Rock Boom, because the ingredients on a soda and in Rock Boom almost the same. So these things
have Viagra in them or what?
They have the caffeine. It's caffeine, basically. Caffeine. In Uganda, I would call it enjaga. Basically, that's what is in the energy drink. It's caffeine.
Njaga.
It's caffeine, yes. And they say not for sale to persons under 18. But you'll find young people taking. Women who are pregnant are not supposed to take. But you find them taking, you know.
So what kind of babies do they get?
You know, it is very terrible. And no one is there to stand out and say this is
because illegally, it's illegal.
Yes.
To consume, to grow, to sell njaga. Marijuana.
Yes.
It's illegal.
Yes.
But it's okay to take
those caffeine
things.
in those things. Yes. Yes. And there are so many now. The market is flooded with these so-called the Mukama Nayambas you are talking about.
Those ones don't have caffeine. They just have
someone is simanyi bob wine, simanyi bebe wine, simanyi. You know those things everywhere you go. In every district, at least there is a factory.
Technology is producing all these things for us.
Yes.
But some people are saying that this is because of our poverty, and so people need to forget their problems.
So poverty should kill you, eh?
This is what some people say. That leave them alone to enjoy, they become high and forget that there are problems.
You cannot forget the problem. The problems will come. You will forget today, tomorrow the problem will still be there. You have not sorted it.
As we sum up,
Wind up, yes.
on this discussion.
Yes.
So, to what extent
Yes.
has technology promoted counterfeits on the Ugandan or African market?
I think it has.
You think it has done big or done small?
Big. It has really damaged the whole industrialization system. All industries are really in trouble. Everything, you know. You were seeing buildings collapsing because of funny cement. You have seen, now this water itself. You are taking contaminated water, stagnant water, instead of taking good water. So,
some of you took COVID vaccine of water.
Yeah.
Technology is at work.
Yes, technology at work. Someone comes
so how should we control this technology? Yes. Because it appears technology is good, but it's being abused. From what you have seen, like in the water beverage sector,
yes,
there are no controls.
Yes.
On technology.
Yes.
Its deployment, its use. You mean you just bring a machine from China or somewhere and you put in a factory and produce?
Yes.
What do you think should be done to make sure that we have technology for production of genuine products only and lock out the fakes?
I think we are going to involve the stakeholders. Like in the case of this water, we know the companies. I'm going to have a list of companies. As I said, I've already developed a concept which I will sell to. I call all the stakeholders. If they accept to come on board, we sit and agree, and we call UNBS, we involve everyone, and ENEMA, and we see at least a step forward to see that we control these counterfeits on the market.
So according to you, counterfeit is a big problem now?
A very huge and everywhere, not only in water. I'm just bringing this water because I've been in water for 20 years. But if you went to the rest of the industries, they are all suffering the same.
So if counterfeit is a big problem, why is it that we don't mention it even in our national budget, where we spend our public resources? Where is the problem?
That is a problem somewhere.
Why don't we mention it in our national budget, for example?
You see, once the problem is not known, because some people didn't probably know, but now that we are coming out and bringing it out, I think very soon it should be on the national budget, because it is a problem, a very big problem in this country. Counterfeits.
The counterfeiters say that they are trying to survive. Government has told them to be creative and to find a way of surviving and to be hardworking. Your message to the counterfeiter, the person who is producing fake water, the person who is producing fake cosmetic, fake milk, what is your message?
They should go through the right processes and right channels and make something that is good for Ugandans. And it ends up, what goes, it comes around. You might think you are making water, but when you go, fake water, but when you go to the village to visit your mother, you are taking the same, what your children are taking.
Or they fall sick and you have to look after them.
Exactly. So it is a responsibility of each one of us as Ugandans to come up and fight counterfeits in this country. If we don't do it, I think there is something that we shall regret, and our grandchildren will blame us.
And you just mentioned here, as I close, you mentioned that Highland,
yes,
Mineral Water,
yes,
a company that has been in existence for
like 10 to
10 years,
15 years, yes,
was employing more than 300 Ugandans.
Yes.
And paying millions of shillings in, maybe
yes,
billions
yes, it's
in taxes.
where I got school fees for my children, yes.
So counterfeits is causing unemployment.
Unemployment, yes, yes.
Counterfeit is causing loss of tax revenue.
Exactly.
Counterfeits are causing poverty.
Exactly. So all those effects, they come in a wrong run.
They are injuring our health
Yes.
and our wealth.
Yes.
Richard Kansiime Kanyomozi, it
yes.
has been a pleasure.
Happy.
I like your energy and your drive.
Yes, Fred.
I think you are one of the most emotive guests that I have interviewed.
I'm grateful, Fred.
I'm very pleased that you are passionate and grounded
Yes.
in the subject of fakes or counterfeits in the water and beverage sector.
Yes.
Thank you for the clarification. You heard Richard saying there is a difference between mineral water and
Safe drinking water.
And safe drinking water.
Yes.
Be sure to check when you go to buy. Not every bottled water is mineral water. Mineral water has got minerals in it, magnesium, potassium, calcium, and many others that are good for your nutrition. Actually, water is nutritious, according to Richard.
What is life? Yes.
Water is life, but it's also nutritious. A lot of the distilled water is actually not good for you because the minerals have been taken out. In the process of killing the germs and the bacteria, the harmful bacteria, they also take out the useful minerals or nutrients. Richard, thank you so much. I would like to end here by thanking all those who make it a date with us every Friday to watch this program, the only program on the planet where we discuss the important subject of counterfeits. Here on the League of the Genuine, we are going to push this subject to the highest levels. We are going to petition the International Criminal Court to include counterfeits among the crimes against humanity. Would you support that petition?
Definitely.
Because the counterfeiter does mass injury and mass destruction and harm to the population. So until the next...
It's actually terrorism. Because
counterfeiters are terrorists.
Yes, you are terrorizing the whole life of, of citizens. So it should be taken and treated as really terrorism.
We have an ally here in Richard. Until the next episode, we would like to sign off by asking you not to be fake, to always buy and sell genuine.